switched so much on and off ball.
Yep, no problem.
To what extent was that responsible for a lot of their offensive possessions grinding down to one pass, no pass, sort of ISOs?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a big part of it. The game's going to evolve into that. In the playoffs, when you see, like, down the stretch, you see a lot of guys switching 1 through 5, a lot of teams switching 1 through 5, and that's the new game, right? And so you need guys, you need 5s who can guard 1s, you need 1s who can at least put up some type of resistance against a 5 or a 4. Yeah, exactly.
What happened there in the second quarter as you guys started to pull away? Was it more on the offensive end or the defensive end?
I think we were locked in a little bit more, got stops, and, obviously when we get stops, we're really dangerous in transition and just, playing free basketball. And, we also, made an extra pass and just, find the open man.
The three-point shooting for you work on it, you knew it was going to come. How much more comfortable are you feeling with it now compared to maybe a year ago at this time?
I feel like I feel the same, to be honest with you. Like I've always felt this way, and for me it's just like I always said, like, and I'm gonna continue to say that it's just about confidence and just going out there and trusting the work that I put in. Like I said, I started shooting threes 2-3 years ago, so I know it's gonna be hard. I'm not at my best, and I'm not nowhere near close to that, but. I'm always going to continue to get better and obviously just trust my work, and I always put the work in.
Were you at all surprised at how far you've come so quickly, or is this something that you always expected?
I always get that question. I don't know. What do you expect me to say? Like I was surprised. Oh, they do? I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm surprised. I mean, like that's why you work. You know what I mean? Like. If I didn't think that I would be at this level, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So I think it's just me believing in myself and continue to trust the work that I put in. He's a tough player. We made it tough, for him, and I mean today, he didn't score well, but I mean I'm sure maybe another day he's gonna score. So it's like it was a tough night for him, but we did a good job just trying to make sure we have 2 on him and make it hard, as hard as we can, because he's a great scorer.
Do you believe in statement games, statement wins?
I think after the loss we had last time, I think that was a game where we had to come out and kind of like we won I don't know how many games in a row, and I think that loss kind of like woke us up a little bit, and today we just came with the urgency and the energy that we needed to play in the big game like that.
Kyle's having a game like he had tonight where he's doing little things. He'd like to be playing in front of this kind of.
I mean, that's our general. He's our leader, and I think he does everything that he needs to do to make us successful, and it doesn't matter what day it is, and if it's scoring or passing or taking charges, and he always does the right thing for us, and I think that's why he's our leader.
Nick talked about the health defense being at a level that he hasn't seen probably all year from you guys. Did you feel that way about it?
Yeah, I feel like we helped each other today a lot, and it was just kind of like no easy baskets, making sure we always have bodies, and making the paint crowded a little bit more, and just fire out to shooters. I think we did a pretty good job tonight.
Confidence at an absolute zenith for you now. Is this the most confident you've ever been as an NBA player?
I mean, I think I've always had the confidence, and I mean, obviously it's growing, and when you play, you get a chance to play, and you get the trust that I have from my teammates, from the coaches, and just give me the freedom to be myself. I think that helps too, but the confidence was always there, and just the opportunity,
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to play the fourth quarter, but with guys like him, you got to throw different things at him. Because, he's smart, he's going to figure it out if you keep, the same game plan all game. And, we did a good job with, everybody tonight. They missed shots too. They didn't make too many threes. But, we came out pretty aggressive, and, that led us to early points in transition.
Pascal, is it what you believe in or buy into statement games, statement wins, especially bouncing back from that loss to
I mean, it's always great to come and bounce back and get a win. I keep saying this, but it's just about us, and you know, what do we need to do to get better as a team, and, you know, what focus we need to have about executing, knowing our matchups, and just playing together and, you know, making sacrifices, you know, because, you know, we got a lot of good players on the team, and we need to move the ball and just have each other back on the defensive end.
It's been a pretty – before you came here, what, if anything, did you know about Pascal?
I didn't get to see him play too much last year. I remember him, it's about 2 years ago, just because I didn't play. But I didn't hear too much about him. You know, I was out the game, just rehabbing all year. So, but I knew this summer, you know, I've seen him a lot. I've seen what his skill set was, how aggressive and hard he plays, and I knew I would like him for sure.
How much has it opened up things for you where all of a sudden now he's, you know, 35-40% from the corners or whatever it is?
You know, I think just with him rim running and, you know, getting to the paint, guys are collapsing, and it gets all of us, you know, if he doesn't get the assist, he's making a hockey assist out there. And also when guys are collapsing on me, he's getting open shots and he's making them. And, you know, that's what it's about, you know, 60th game, and, you know, you can see that he's gotten better. And, you know, we just got to keep getting better all collectively, and, you know, it's going to help everyone.
It's been a pretty tight series with you guys against Boston this year, but 2 big wins at home. What's allowed you guys to be so successful in this building against them?
I mean, we played them the second game of the season. You know, tonight, you know, it was a different game. We just they missed shots, I would say. Tonight, some of the games over there, we had leads as well, and we didn't execute, or we made mistakes on the defensive end, and they hit big shots.
But it looked like the game plan was to kind of go inside Irving. Was that accurate?
Yeah, no, just being aggressive, coming off, you know, pick and rolls and really taking advantage of the mismatches. And, you know, they did a great job of swarming the basketball, staying active, and kind of limiting our paint touches, especially with me getting downhill. You know, they were almost flat showing, double teaming, and making us make decisions on the weak side. So a few shots didn't go our way. Obviously, starting off the second quarter, it's tough, you know, just to build momentum and then go into a hole like that. And we just got to be better as a team, especially going, you know, these last 19 games, going headed to the playoffs. You know, obviously you can't get into situations like that where you give up easy baskets, where you go on 21-4 runs.
Quick turnaround tomorrow. You guys on the back-to-back in Portland, coming to your house. It should be good. Y'all get off of this road. What is the mindset? What was the conversation in the locker room after the game?
I mean, we just have to move on, honestly. I mean, like you said, it's a quick turnaround. You know, take our lessons from this game and just get ready for, you know, me and two-headed monster in Portland. We know what they bring. We lost them up in Portland, tough game, so we owe them one. But this is just part of the NBA. You know, just quick turnaround and be able to perform the next night.
How? Oh, go ahead, Jason.
It seems like lately, when teams hit you guys with a big run, you haven't responded. What is behind that?
I don't know.
You talk about the lessons you want to take away from this game. Is there anything specific you really want to focus on for tomorrow?
Just remaining tough.
Brad talked about just defensively, you guys have been taking shortcuts. So do you see that, and how do you guys fix things like that at this point of the season, do you feel like?
I don't know, it's up to Brad.
Marcus said that you guys aren't playing together. Is that a fair diagnosis?
Is Marcus' opinion?
Is it yours?
Thank you, Kyrie. Got into your team there at the start of the second quarter when they just sort of turned on the Jets at both ends.
Well, I thought we started the game really physical, Doug, defensively, and it just didn't quite maneuver our way. I was, you know, down 32-30, felt like it should have been about 32-20 in our favor to me. In the second quarter, it kind of, all that stuff that I thought was going to happen started happening because of our energy and physicality.
Say if you get stops and you don't run, everything opens up. And you guys have physically got stops? Is that how you were able to get that?
Yeah, I just think, again, I got to watch the tape, but from what I could see tonight, that was as well as we've helped each other. in a long time, right? Not maybe all year, but in a long time. And it was early help. It was often. It wasn't perfect, but it was hustle. You know, it was hustle, and it was you know, it wasn't quite the right rotations a lot of times, but it didn't matter. We were pursuing the ball early when we were beaten, making them make another play, and then when they zing it out, somebody'd be right underneath that guy, and we did it all over again. Contested shots really well as well.
They occupy different spots on the floor, but do you see similarities in how Kyle and Mark sort of see the game and process the game?
Well, they really got. Again, they haven't quite completed half these cool-looking plays, right? They're ending up they're cool-looking without a lot of results yet, but obviously they've got a synergy there, and how they have that is that you're right. What you've stated is like they've got a unique view of it, and it's two really smart guys together there. So that's why you're seeing some of this stuff without much time together.
Seeing peak Lowry, is this as good as he's played since those first 3-4 weeks?
Pretty good, right? Pretty good. And you know, that's one thing I said to him at the half. I said, we got 66 points, and you don't have any of them. I mean, he had 5 or 4 or something at the half, and I said, but you're playing great, man. You know, and it doesn't bother him. He's got 8 assists. We got 19 assists as a team. Feels to me like he's playing pretty peak level.
His ability to draw charges is unique to a guard, but he doesn't seem to, it doesn't phase him at all.
He's got a really unique ability, Doug, to guard guys in the low post, and he's got a really unique ability to move people out. Like, he's down under there, and a shot's coming up from the weak side, and there's a really big guy in there, and somehow Kyle moves him out of bounds and clears the space and grabs the ball. You know, a guy that's probably got him by 60 pounds or something like that. So he's tough, man.
Pascal's looking really comfortable shooting the 3 lately. Yep. I know it's probably pretty tough to be surprised by any of his improvement at this point, but could you have seen this coming, the 3-point shooting, as quickly as it has?
Well, I don't know if I saw it coming this far, this fast, right? But, you know, I mean, you remember me saying, listen, he's a good shooter. He's going to start making them. I said that a lot early in the year, right? And I just know his mechanics are good. They've been good here now for 18 months. The work he's done has been there. He does it religious, and he shoots a really, really high percentage in practice. And it was just a matter of time, right? Getting comfortable and making them and seeing them go in a game. And so I'm not all that surprised, right?
How's he gone from bit player to almost star in the 3 years you've been with him?
Yeah, I think first of all, there's a great motor there, right? He plays the game with an energy, almost a joy, right? He practices that way, so there's a great motor there that can keep him going and working. And he's just found his way in a lot of stuff, you know. I think for a guy like him, right time, right place, right situation, you know, he ends up with a hole kind of opening up to start the year that maybe we didn't know was going to be there, and he jumped right through it and said, okay, I'm not letting go, right? So credit to him, man. He's worked.
Career coach, is that the kind of guy you look at and say anything's possible with when you see where he starts to where he is now?
Yeah, I think so. I think you gotta see a guy now. He's what does he have that's super special? I think his motor's maybe a little special than most guys, right? Other than that, there's a lot of guys walking around the league with the same quickness and jumping ability and length, but he's put it together and taken advantage of the skills and the coaching staff. I give it player development guys a lot of credit. They've done an amazing job with him. I give Kyle and those guys, Kawhi, those guys have accepted a young guy coming in here and scoring a lot of buckets, and they love him. There's no ill, they're trying to get him more and more and give him more opportunities. So it's pretty cool.
There was a stretch in the third quarter there where Kawhi took over
not just with scoring, with passing, when he was posting up, is there more of an intentional effort to get guys moving, get actions around him when he's isolated against guys in the post?
Well, we've done a lot of work here probably in the last month, 5 weeks, with how we're reacting when he has the ball. How are we spacing? Who's going where? What are we doing? Because, you know, we all know that a late game crunch time situation, he's probably going to have the ball, and he's not going to always be able to shoot because of different defensive schemes. So we've worked hard at that. So you're seeing some of that, yeah. That's okay.
There's a way that, you know, the guys seem to naturally space around Gasol and move around him, kind of serve as a blueprint for how they do it around Kawhi a little bit more.
I think you're seeing a lot more cuts than you've seen around here in a long time since the addition of Gasol. And I think you're going to see a lot more because there's a lot of guys getting layups at the end of them. Wish we'd make more of them because he's getting those late passes. We end up under the basket, and we're probably about 50% when we ought to be about 90% on some of those. But again, maybe they're not used to it.
Kawhi handled Kyrie on him tonight a lot better than he handled Mills on him. Was that just learning from what Mills did to him the other night? Get up under him?
Yeah, I think so. I think Kawhi just had a little bit different gear in him tonight. He was just a little bit more, maybe a little bit more relaxed in general, but was still assertive. If that makes any sense. You know, he just was going to take it where he wanted to take it tonight, and there wasn't anybody going to do anything about it.
How much did that help? You said before the game that you're going to throw lots of bodies at Irving. That definitely worked, but who stood out for you tonight defensively against Kyrie?
Well, I thought we did do a lot, right? Danny was doing a great job early, really good, but he picked him up a couple quick fouls. You know who stood out was Jeremy, right? I made the sub to Jeremy, and I thought especially the second time around, Danny got his fourth foul, had to do it again in the second half, and I thought he really got in, chased him hard, and got underneath him and bodied him, and I liked Jeremy. Saw a little bit of Kyle and Jeremy tonight. He was banging some bigger bodies around in the paint too, and showing some toughness. So Jeremy was good. I thought Norman Powell worked really hard on him as well when he got on him, and Kawhi was getting switched out on him and was getting down nice and low and going after him too.